Hello everybody, we're going to talk about the rise and fall of the Vector in Call of Duty. If you're wondering, yes, it smells like tires under my mask. Yep, so let's get to it. Just to let you know, so the Vector actually came back in the Call of Duty, actually first came into Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2. Mask definitely fall down. So it first appears in Modern Warfare 2 with a 30 round magazine, fully automatic, somehow the fastest shooting gun in the game. Even though it feels like the F2000 shoots faster. If you're wondering why I'm recording inside, I'll tell you, it's really freaking cold out. I don't really know much to do with that. I don't control the weather. It has 30 rounds. It can go with the 45 extended. It has decent damage. It's one of the best SMGs in the game, or at least the better half of them. Menus is terrible. The MP5 is decent. Vector, MP90, and then I guess the UMP. It's more of the middleman of this. The Vector's right in the middle, you know. It's more of your average standard M4 gun, but in an SMG category. Okay, so it was not really that popular. Many people thought, oh well, a new SMG. Well, that's good to play with. You rarely see it online. You just see people rocking with a UMP45 with a suppressor on it. And this is where its legacy started. In Black Ops 1, it couldn't exist since it takes place in like the early Cold War. It was going to be in Modern Warfare 3, but it was canceled or cut. It was seen in early trailers. I think it'd be cool to have 7 SMGs in that game instead of 6. And then Black Ops 2, the peak it has hit. I really need to put like some mints in this freaking mask. Telling you, I only brushed my teeth this morning and I forgot I don't even know how it got bad. Don't need to talk about that, but in Black Ops 2, it has hit its highest point with the best in stats. The Vector now has 36 rounds. It shoots, I think, just as fast, but you can actually have a better rapid fire option. 36 rounds goes up to 48 instead of 54 for some reason. It's a 2 to 4 shot kill, even though the stats are a little buggy. It says it's like I think a 24 to a 19, 24 to 19 damage, but that's actually kind of inaccurate. Since the Vector shoots really far, it's probably the best SMG in Black Ops 2. It's very consistent actually. 2 to 4 shot kill. I think from what I think it's a 52 to 24. That's what I think the stats are. I don't know exactly. The game's a little buggy, and you look at the stats and they're actually off. It says it's like a 4 to 5 shot kill, but it's actually a 2 to 4 shot kill. It's really quick, great reload speed. It actually loses the foregrip and has it now as an attachment option. This is the highest the Vector has actually been up. And then next, Call of Duty Ghosts, the game after Black Ops 2, the year after. It starts getting a little down a bit since at this point it's not the top dog anymore like it was in BO2. I think it's also like the middleman how it was in Modern Warfare 2. It has worse iron sights. Actually telling you, BO2 and Modern Warfare 2 actually had similar iron sights, except in BO2 they were glow sights. But yeah. Yeah, I think my dog might poop in my shirt. My shirt mask. But yeah, in Call of Duty Ghosts, the iron sights were actually a little obscured. They are now close ringed. They do not make sense. And it's more like this. It's like really bad. Like something like that. It like looks terrible. It actually still had good damage. It was a little more inconsistent since sometimes you get a 3 shot to kill, then 5 shot. Sometimes you get 7 across the map. You get a 2 on occasion. Really rare though. Sometimes a 4. It seems to be anywhere from a 3 to a 7 shot kill. It's not really consistent at all, and it's actually pretty terrible. But it's not the worst SMG since the CBJ MS is worse, and the Bison's a little less consistent but has more rounds. It has 32 in this game. Go with the 48. Less consistent, terrible handling, horrible iron sights. I would recommend a red dot or a reflex sight. Okay, guess someone just started watching football. And then the next game, 3 years in a row, we got Advanced Warfare. So they have the SAC-3, they come in akimbo, which is really stupid. There are a couple variants that have it in single, but it has a red dot integrated, so there's no iron sights. It freaking sucks. I just want to see what the iron sights look like. And it's not exactly the best gun. The SAC-3, it's good akimbo. It's got 32 rounds each. You can have it both at 45. No, not 45, 48. They're actually one of the worst SMGs in the game. It's on the lower tier, on the lower half of the SMGs. There's like 6 in this game. It's like second or third worst. It's like really terrible. This is when it starts going down a bit. The gun physically is smaller. It's got an odd reload for both cases. It has a red dot, which is really good. It's actually really good in freaking Advanced Warfare. But it's not really the best, you know. And then, yeah, it's not really a good SMG at all. And then Infinite Warfare skips over BO3 since I think after that, Treyarch just doesn't like the Vector anymore. After BO3, Infinite Warfare. So Infinite Warfare actually brings the Vector back, but in a different form. It goes to Karma 45. It has 2 magazines, which means it has a longer reload time. It has 42 rounds, can go up to 63. Don't know how that's physically possible. It should at least be 64 if you're going to double the magazine capacity at least. Or a bit doubled. Yeah, he's just walking on the ceiling. Says he's upstairs. This is the basement, of course. So, the Karma 45 is inconsistent. It's garbage. The iron sights, I like how they're going for a semi-iron sight red dot feature, but it didn't really work. It's actually one of the lower tier SMGs, despite having one of the higher magazine capacities. Actually, probably the highest magazine capacity. Since the P90 of that game only had 40 rounds to 50. I don't know what went wrong there. It cannot compete with many of the SMGs. It's actually really terrible. The iron sights suck. The stats are inconsistent. The range is horrible. You literally can't shoot past sneezing distance. Reload's pretty slow. I think if you get the dexterity, which is supposed to be fast mags in this game, doesn't really work well. And then we got the next game called Duty World War II, but you obviously know why the Vector can't go in there. BO4, they don't bring it back. World War II isn't World War II. BO4 doesn't like it. And then Modern Warfare 4, which was last year's game because Cold War is trying to deny history. And they're doing a little weird stuff. We're going pop pop. It's supposed to take place in the Cold War, but why is there a 3-round burst UMP in a freaking P in like the Bison in there? That doesn't make sense. They both came after the Cold War. And it's supposed to take place in 1984 when it should have been 1988 since you at least had the AS Val in there. But we're going to go back to what we're talking about. Modern Warfare 4. It sucks. Really bad. Like, imagine you have a great weapon with great capacity. I was hoping it would come back even better. But I guess they doubled the Vector since the APC-9 is supposed to be a freaking Vector somehow. It's not a Vector, it's worse anyways. But the Vector in this game, which is called the Fennec, it shoots really fast, which it really doesn't need to. It actually needs to shoot decently. It has low inconsistent damage. The range is actually a little better than it was in Infinite Warfare. But guess what? They stripped the gun into 25 rounds. How you do that? So they stripped it back to 25 rounds. Instead of 30 or 36, went straight back to 25 rounds. Buddy, who just does that to a UMP? No, not UMP. The Vector. Yeah, sorry, I kind of gave you a little influence about what I was thinking of the next video. But in this case, it's a little iffy since it sucks. And it has 2 different magazines, since in this game it's Gunsmith. You have 12-round hollow points, which is terrible. I kind of want it to be good, but it's not. And then there's the 40 rounds. What type of extended mag is that? You get it from 25 to 40. It's a little nice since usual Call of Duty would have it at 37. It's 3 more rounds. And they have, so yeah, 25 to 40. And I'm not, you're look, and, no. I didn't mention Call of Duty Online, just telling you that. The iron sights are weird. I don't know much about Call of Duty Online. I've never played that game. Just telling you, I'm pretty sure it's terrible, whatever Eric says, since he's over here and this Wi-Fi doesn't exactly work well with the Chinese Wi-Fi. But back to Modern Warfare. And Call of Duty Mobile. They bring that back and make it worse. They put the extended mags from 40 to 35. That's lower than the average Call of Duty extended mags. You can have it akimbo, but it brings the damage down to 18 to 9. Why? You could get the damage the same, but I guess they want to avoid another akimbo SMG situation or FMG9 situation. It's a little iffy, you know? And, yeah. So, the Vector is now garbage nowadays. I feel like if it comes back in another Call of Duty, it's going to be like 24 rounds or 20 rounds. It's just not going to be good at all. I just want it to be good as it was in BO2. The Fennec is literally just like all the... For some reason, all the DLC SMGs in Modern Warfare 4 just suck. They're all 25 rounds or less, and it literally sucks. It gets beat out by a UMP that is already sucked. That already sucks. It's already going down anyways. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe or something. I don't like doing the little classic YouTuber trope thing. But, just to be honest, the Vector sucks. It went from 30 rounds to 25. From Modern Warfare 2 to Modern Warfare 4. We wanted it back, but now I want it out of the game. It's terrible. It literally gets beat by any other DLC SMG. Thanks for watching.